Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you're watching my review for World Trigger Chapter 149. Okay, and in this chapter, we actually get the reveal that Kido does decide to let Hyuse join Tamakoma 2. However, it comes with the condition that Chika has to join the away squad regardless of the outcomes of the B rank wars. Okay, so even if Tamakoma 2 doesn't make it onto the away squad, and they don't make it to A rank, she still has to go anyway. All right, now and on top of that, she'd essentially be serving the role of an engineer, as Keto said. She would stay on the ship, make sure it's still running, use a Tryon for that kind of thing. So since she wouldn't be able to leave the ship, that means she wouldn't be able to look for Rinji. She would just have to hope that maybe through luck, while they're looking for survivors, Rinji and her best friend are among them. Maybe not best friend, but anyway, like as actually I already started talking about this, but the main reason they want her to go is because she has so much Treon. Um, the ship that they're bringing runs on Treon, so if they ever run out, they can just use Treon from the people who are actually on the ship, including Chica, and that would also allow them to bring a larger ship, which means they can bring back more survivors, which is the point of the mission. And they'll also be able to make fewer stops on different neighboring countries in the neighborhood. Okay, so now obviously there are risks to doing this. It's not just benefits. At the end of the day, Chica is their baby bird, and it's a little dangerous to bring their new god right there to them when they're about to break out into war because of the fact that they're looking for the new god. All right, so it I'm I guarantee you High Rain is going to see these guys show up and be like, okay, let's see if they've got someone here who can serve as our new god. And when he figures out that the baby bird is there, that he's going to go right after her. All right, and if she does in fact get captured, there'll be a huge battle to get her back, and it's going to be some crazy stuff if that happens. So a part of me actually does want to see what happens if they figure out that she's there, but in the end, how things happen will be different depending on whether or not Osamu and Yuma and Hyuse are there as well. Um, if they're there as a team, then Chika will probably be able to leave the ship as a part of the team and go look for Rinji and her friend, which increases the chance that High Rain is going to figure out that she's there, which increases the chance of us having an amazing arc coming up. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. All right. Now, obviously, Osamu, he's not really sure whether or not they should really be going through with that. But Chika herself says that she's okay with it, so Osamu pretty much has to agree as well. All right. Now, after this, Kido reveals some important information. He says that because of the importance of this mission and the difficulty of the mission, they're going to have more training than they usually do, and because of that extra training, any of the top B rank teams, they won't actually have enough time to be promoted to A rank, which essentially means that Osamu's squad is screwed and they have no way of going. However, because of the fact that they agreed to Chika going, and her going means that they can have a larger ship. Having a larger ship also means they can have a larger crew, okay, which means they can actually bring along a couple B-ranked teams as well as some individuals, some select individuals from different B-ranked teams. All right, so like Azuma, for example. He's like the main. He's the main one. You don't care about his team, but you care about him. Okay, so he's like the main one. All right, but yeah. So Keto ends up telling them that if you make it into the top two B rank teams, then we'll let you come to the away mission anyway. All right, and and Yuma kind of got a little bit of a laugh out of that because Keto was incredibly careful with the way he revealed this information. Okay, he had to be because when you think about it, kind of if he had revealed this information in a slightly different order, it would essentially be him telling Osamu and Yuma, either you let us have Chika or you have no chance of going. It'll sound like he's threatening him. You have absolutely no chance of ever making it onto this mission. But if you let Chika come along regardless of the outcome, then I guess I could pull a few strings and let you come along. Like even if he says afterwards some type of justification, like she has a lot of Treon, which means we can bring a larger ship, larger crew. It doesn't matter what the justification is afterwards because it's still going to sound really freaking suspicious. People are going to interpret it in their own way. Trust me, with the stuff going on in the news right now, trust me, people can interpret things in a whole slew of different ways. Okay, so he had to be careful with the way he revealed this information. He had to. He didn't have a choice. Not like he would care if they got mad at him or anything. He doesn't really care. But even so, he still, with his position, he has to be. He knows that he knows that there's a right way to do things, and he can't just say screw you. All right. So I mean, he can, but he knows he shouldn't, even though he really could if he wanted to. All right. But anyway, moving on. He tells us that there are 3 matches left. Okay. And in those 3 matches, Tamakoma needs to hop over Kageura's squad and become at least the 2nd-ranked B-ranked team. Okay, which no, I'm fine if they do that, because at first I was like, wait, you mean Kage isn't going? But then I remembered, oh, you can bring select individuals from B-ranked teams, and there's no way they're not bringing Kage because he's so good. They have no choice but to bring him. I know he's got some attitude problems and some anger management issues, but he's still freaking Kage. You still need to bring him. Okay, you still have to. You don't have a choice. All right, so I'm fine with them surpassing Kage because we're going to get him anyway. All right, so that's perfectly fine. All right, now Hyuse. We are told that he's going to be considered a C-rank trainee when he joins. All right, when he officially joins with the induction and everything, and he can't actually join the team in matches until he becomes B rank, which means he'll have to get the 1,000 points, or maybe Galapola comes back, maybe, because I was thinking about them too in this chapter. Maybe they come back and attack again, and Hyuse is instrumental in stopping them, and then he gets the 1,000 points that way as reward. Maybe, because I mean, Sama's team is essentially filled with exceptions, right? Like they didn't get none of them got the 1,000 points the typical way you get 1,000 points. Chikuve literally gave her 1,000 points. Like you need to be, you are in danger. You need to be B rank so that you can use your trigger in case you're in danger. Like, you actually need this. You need the 1,000 points. So here you go. They pretty much gifted them to her, but yeah, but still, they say at the end of the chapter that the induction is the same day as the 6th round of the B rank wars. Hyuse is really, I don't know what the timing for that is. Like if the rank war happens after the induction or at the same time as the induction, there's no way Hyuse is participating in that match. No way, absolutely not. Okay, but if the induction is first, then Hyuse is. There's a small chance that Hyuse is so good and so amazing that he fights a bunch of people before the match and manages to get 1,000 points, which I highly doubt, because even if Hyuse is that good, which we know he's strong, but I'm just saying, like, if he has the motivation, the drive to actually do all those matches in those few hours, let's say, and get the 1,000 points. Even if he was willing to do that, people have to be willing to face him too. So maybe like Yosuke or someone, but Midorikawa, like there are people there who are willing to fight you no matter how good you are, but 1,000 points worth of people, I don't know about that. So I'm guessing that Hyuse isn't going to be participating in this 6th round match. But but the last 2 he'll probably be a part of. I'd say. There's a good chance of him. I mean, I can't say that. I mean, he's obviously going to be in at least one. He's got to be in at least one match. He's got to be. It wouldn't make sense otherwise. Then this entire thing was for nothing. Okay, that defeats the point of this entire situation. Defeats the purpose. Right. So he obviously has to be in at least one. All right. But I'd say he's probably going to be in 2. I mean, because how many days are there in between B rank wars? 2, 3? I mean, I guess it depends, but I guess 3 would be about the norm. So, I mean, he'll have 3 days. Again, he said it himself. You did this for me. I'm gonna hold up my end of the bargain. I'm gonna get those points. I'm gonna become B rank. And I'm gonna help you become one of the top 2 teams so that I can go on the away mission with you. Now, he said it himself, right? So I'm sure he's going to have the motivation to go and do it. It's just a matter of whether or not the time constraints are too much for him or not. But yeah, I'd say we'll see him in at least 2 matches. The second to last match, people are caught off guard. Whoa, who is this guy? What? He's really good. And then in the final match, people think they've got him figured out when they really don't. And that's when him and Yuma just really, really impress and just make you feel like there's no beating this team. There's just no beating them. All right, so that's how I imagine things going. Of course, there's still Ganapola. They're around. I mean, I don't know when they're going to move again. At the very least, they're going to do it before the away mission. Maybe during the training. Maybe. Or maybe before the rank wars. Who knows? Who knows what they're going to do? But I just want to remind people that they are there. They are around. And they're going to make a move at some point. Okay, so just wanted to remind people of that. But as for this chapter, I'll give it a 7 out of 10 just because there was some real good conversation and dialogue back and forth. I mean, that's really all it was, dialogue. But I just, it was interesting dialogue. The fact that they wanted Chica to go along, why they wanted her to go along, and the benefits that they'd have from her being there. The Hyuse and how what he'll have to do in order to actually join the team. Like, there's some good dialogue here, so I'll give the chapter a 7 out of 10. And that is that, you guys. Rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at BlacklistOTA. And I will see you guys next time.